Oh, hey guys, it's Alan at Boston Fan, and I'm making a video today to show off some pickups from last Sunday's Cardboard Promotions show in Dedham, Mass. It's about a week late in getting the video out, but I just haven't had time. I had a great time at the show. I didn't spend a whole ton of time there, and you'll see why in a second. I was able to meet up with Jake at Wax Pack Wisdom for a couple minutes, had a nice chat. Jake is a super nice guy, and if you haven't already watched his pickup video from that show, he picked up something absolutely fabulous, something that blows me away. Um, but when I go to these shows, usually I spend a lot of time digging through dime boxes and quarter boxes, and I spend a lot of time there getting smaller stuff. And this time around, I decided that I just wanted to go for a couple big items, mainly one big item I had in mind, and then whatever else I could get. And I came away with a couple great items that I'm super excited to add to my collection. And yeah, it was just different because usually I add a bunch of $5, $10, $15 items and I come away with a huge stack. And so it was just it was a different experience for me, going after a couple big items versus a lot of smaller items. But I visited the renowned dealer in New England, Matt from Providence, and he cut me a couple great deals. I went to his table several times. I had to think over stuff. Came back, went, and he had some stuff. Here's his information. He is amazing. He prices his stuff very fairly, and then he works with you on price. So I bought tons of stuff from him. I really should, one day have a display cabinet of just stuff I bought from Matt from Providence. But I went into the show thinking I wanted to pick up a bigger rookie card, and I had a couple cards in mind that I wanted to look at. See if there was a cheap 30, I think it's 33 or 34 Gaudy lefty Grove. Look to see if there was a 51 Bowman Whitey Ford. I've been really into the 53 color Gil Hodges. Maybe, a mini Minoso rookie that was cheap. I had kind of that $100 to $200 range card that I was going to look at. And I was able to find one of them. And it's in a 1, but that doesn't bother me at all. It is the 1951 Whitey Ford. Now, definitely being a 1, it's off condition. I think we have a Mookie Chilson special right here. A couple pinholes, but they don't go completely through. You can see, I don't know, they kind of stuck through, probably a small pin. A little bit of back damage, typical staining from 51s. But for the price, I thought it was fantastic. I paid I agreed to $175, and if he threw in another item, and he agreed to it, and then just gave me $5 off and said, no, 170 is fine. So that was fantastic, and I love the fact that I have a Whitey Ford rookie card in my collection. Really, I just think it's fantastic. Something I could upgrade in the future, but I'm not pressed to. I just think the image is still really nice with the artwork, the pinstripes, the logos, even with, a little creasing here and the schmutz over there. I think it's fantastic. And I'm just so happy to add one to my collection. Below comps and at a price that I agreed to. He even dropped the price more. So then with that card, I said, I offered to pay his sticker price if he would throw in a Carl Yastrzemski item that he had for $15, So if you throw in this, and he had a couple of them, I thought it was a fair deal. And then he ended up taking $5 off, but he threw in this nice 1964 Topps Big, or Topps Giant, I'm not sure what it's called, Carl Yastrzemski, which I didn't have any from this set before, and I wanted the Yaz, of course, for my growing Yaz PC. I'm slowly starting to put together a run-ish of him. Through TCDB, I'm adding a lot of his later era cards, and then I'm thinking every year I'm going to add one of his base cards as we move up through the 60s. And one day I'll get it. So looks really nice on the front, very clear. And then on the back, you got the little write-up about him winning the batting title. And it's got a nice picture on the back. And what I thought was interesting about this, as you can see, I see him here, and this is against Detroit, and it is the same image that they used on his 2019 Topps Update short print. So there he is crossing the plate. I believe it's against Detroit, but I could be mistaken. The color picture makes it seem like the Yankees, but I think the guy in the dugout there has a D on his shirt, so I think it's Detroit. But anyway, so he threw that in and then gave me another $5 off, which I think was fantastic. Put Diaz. So those are two big things on my want list that I was able to knock off. And again, I'm just thrilled to have that Whitey Ford. And when you look at it from this distance from the camera, you barely notice any of the flaws. And I think it's just a beautiful card for the price I paid, which is less than what I was expecting to pay for it. So, you know, anytime I've worked with Matt from Providence a whole bunch of times, and I've never left a deal feeling like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have bought this, or maybe I could have found something better somewhere else. I always leave his table feeling like I got either a steal or a really good deal, and I feel really good about my purchase. And so then I had $90 left in my wallet, and I went around. There was nothing else that was really catching my eye, and so I plucked around his table again, and I just said, hey, don't be offended at my offer. This is what I have in my wallet. Will you do this card for it? And I was able to pick up this Mike Schmidt in a 2. And if you look at it from any kind of distance, this is just a stunning card. In a 2, I know why it's a 2, and I'm going to show you in a sec, but visually this card is absolutely amazing. And it is a 2 because up here, there you go, in the upper right corner, there is a hairline crease. It doesn't go into the back there. And then whoever had this card as a kid put a tiny little pen mark under the 615, underline the number. And I mean, you have to search for them to see it. To me, this card looks at it like a 4 or a 5, other than those two small flaws. And it is just stunning. So I'm psyched to own a Mike Schmidt rookie card, to get it at such a great price, and for it to look so amazing, except for a couple flaws that you have to look for them. I mean, you put this in a display case, put this up on your shelf or something, nobody's going to see that, and they're just going to see this. I mean, you see a lot of in the 73s a lot. Some of the black ink has stained the card a little bit. You know, the centering on the backs can be tough. This is pretty good. And, you know, the way I collect, I don't focus on centering or corners or registration. You know, it's a little bit of each, and I can give on any of those things to get something else if I just think it looks good. But this really hits on everything. And creases are usually the ones that bother me the most, and this crease is just so small that I literally don't care about it. So I was able to add that Mike Schmidt. So Matt from Providence hooked me up with these 2 amazing Hall of Fame rookie cards. Really, I had never even considered that I could buy a Whitey Ford rookie card. It hadn't been on my radar till like December or January of this year, when I was like, these are generally underpriced. A Whitey Ford in a 1 goes for about $200, which, you know, to some of you might seem expensive, but, you know, $200 isn't that expensive for someone who is basically the dominant pitcher of the 1950s. And I think it was a great deal. So to get it for under $200, fantastic. And then the Mike Schmidt rookie card, which looking at it now, I'm just, a week later, I'm just stunned by its condition, and that I could get it at a 2 price. So again, Matt from Providence hooked me up. I've got a ton of cards from him. If you're ever in the New England area, go to his table and just check out what deals he has, because you'll find something that you like, and it'll be fairly priced. So anyway, that's my quick wrap-up video. It's not so quick, it's 8.5 minutes, but I love the cards that I picked up. I love what they represent, and they're just amazing, and I can't wait to display them. So anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. Keep having fun, keep collecting. Adios, amigos.